pink, purple, blue, anything, all the colors.
Green.
Depends on the combination.
Pink.
Blue. Black, white, brown.
Apricot.
Pink.
Dopiero oznaczyć na tym wyzwaniu.
I'm Magda. I live in Warsaw, Poland. My big passion is flamenco dancing, and also I do yoga classes. I learn Thai massage, and I work in the office in a city center. And my family is my son, my dad, my mom, and my brother. I've never liked the city. I always thought about my city that it's ugly and aggressive, too fast, too loud. But I changed my mind. There is a nice cultural life here, nice events, fascinating history. And I think that it's a much better place to live now.
How can you manage everything? Son, office, yoga, flamenco. Are you a superwoman? Are you making yoga with your son? Are you dancing at the office?
I think that I'm opposite than superwoman, but it's nice to hear. My work is only to manage my bills. My life, my real life, it starts afterwards, actually. So flamenco, yoga, going out, watching movies, my friends, of course, my family. I just have time for them because it's what I enjoy about life, actually. So yeah, I manage everything. I like it. So I have to have time for that. As I'm involved in women movements in Poland, I want to ask you how it is to be a woman in Turkey.
I can't actually say that there's a feminist movement in Turkey, but the thing is, it's a truth that so much changed since my mother's generation and my generation, because now most of the women are working, they have their financial independency, so they're more involved in social institutions, they're socially more active. Of course, like in any other place on earth, the women in Turkey are not totally equal. My answer is, even though it's different in the eastern part, in general, a lot has changed in a good way in Turkey in terms of women's position in society.
It's something serious. I want to ask you, do you think that every adult woman in the world should decide for herself whether to have an abortion or not, no matter her origin, religion, background, and education? Do you think that we have to decide for ourselves what to do with our bodies?
Yes, I do. I agree. Women should have a right to do that.
Hello, my name is Jana. I'm living in Zurich in Switzerland. I'm working as a controller in the telecommunication industry, and I do like everything with traveling. I do like nature, and I really love the Swiss mountains.
What is the most remote location that you have had cell phone reception? And do you rely on GPS and other tracking devices for when you're out in the wild?
I have to say, hopefully never a cell phone is ringing when I'm on a such remote location, because I would find it disturbing. I do have my mobile phone with me, of course, but I don't have it switched on normally. And I do have maps which I have with me, but I don't use GPS. I really like to be alone in the mountains. You have to win against yourself to overcome the situation. Not so much media around you, so you can just clearly think about some things and you easily get a solution where you maybe have thought at work for days. And now it's just easily popping up in your mind, and so it's just being far away from any problems, and you just enjoy the beautiful earth.
I've been to Zurich a few times, and even though I liked it, I like the city and the atmosphere so much. Don't you sometimes find it heavy having to catch the train every day at 7:23 and not a minute later and living the perfect order? Because don't you think that it is against this perfect order, is against the natural order of life, which is not so perfect? Isn't it like a clash between a robot and a human being?
I think to have the perfect order is a typical cliché for Switzerland, and Swiss people are like kind of a bit proud of that. If you can rely on your technology, you know that you can reach your goals, that you can reach all the things you want to reach in time. And I would answer the question that it depends. If I'm going to a business trip or just for a weekend trip and I can really rely on the train that leaves at 17:23, I would say it's perfect, and it's really good for me. But if I am maybe on a trip for a longer time, maybe half a year around the world or a year, I would say, okay, it doesn't matter if the train leaves at 1700 or at 1800. So I would answer the question, it depends.
Poland signed a treaty with the USA to build a missile defense base against terrorism and offensive countries from the Middle East. Another measure against terrorism within the European Union has been to let passengers only take very small amounts of liquids in airplanes, just to give one example. This is Patrick from Berlin, and I want to ask you, do you think it is possible at all to prevent terrorism? Or do you think that those measures rather make our lives more complicated than secure?
Okay, let me answer these questions this way. No, I don't think so, that anyone or anything would prevent fanaticism or hate. I don't think so. So, I've got my own philosophy about life in the world. And this is that the only one thing you can change on this world, it's yourself. And if you do that, world is not a threat anymore. So we can't stop hate, we can't stop religious fanaticism. But we can change ourselves, at least this we can do.